This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
So Hugh Jackman has signed on to return as Wolverine in Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds.
How old is Hugh Jackman now? Hugh Jackman?
47 would be my guess.
54.
Holy man.
54. Okay, so what does that mean? Because you were teasing earlier that he's got an extreme diet that he has to go on for this role.
So yeah, I think he's slimmed down quite a bit since the last time he played Wolverine, so he needs to get jacked. So he is hitting the gym incredibly.
So he can become a huge Jack man?
Huge jacked man, yeah.
Is that a funny nickname? And has anyone ever thought of it? Because I think I just invented it. Has anyone
Huge
ever said it?
Jacked man, yes.
Oh.
It has been. I just searched it on Twitter, and it looks like a few people have came up with that before. So funny.
But I didn't find it anywhere, so.
Okay, your joke. I like it.
Okay, so what is he eating and doing every single day to get into shape for Deadpool?
I don't know what his workout routine is. All I've read about is what he's been eating. 8,000 calories a day is what his diet consists of. He gave a shout out to his chef who's putting it together. It includes 2,000 calorie piece of black bass fish, a 2,100 calorie Patagonia salmon.
Oh, lots of omega-3s.
Patagonia.
Nice.
2 chicken burgers and 2 steaks throughout the day. That's just the proteins that he's eating, with I'm sure some veg and stuff to go along with that. But that is making me drool. That sounds really good.
It does right now, but I bet it gets gross for him.
Well, you were saying, like when you were hitting the gym really hard and they were talking to you about your proteins, that they constantly were like, no, you need more.
It got to the point where if I wasn't hitting my protein for the day, at night, my snack would have to be Greek yogurt, which does have quite a bit of protein in it. But then a scoop of protein powder added to it. It was sick.
But yeah, no, I would have no problem consuming this on a daily basis. Like if you put that much in front of me, I could hit that in one meal.
How do you make a 2,000 calorie piece of fish?
Well, I think it's just a significant piece of fish. I think it's got to be big.
Do you follow him on Instagram? I wonder if he posts his workouts.
I don't, no. I should maybe think about doing that. It might get me pumped up to go eat more. Yesterday was a big day. We're movie stars now, pretty much. I am for sure, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to break this down. So yesterday, one of our engineers comes barging into our back office where we cut up our podcast and prep for the next day, etc. And he goes, "There's a Hallmark movie being filmed just down the street. They need people in the background." One of his best friends runs the antique mall where they were filming yesterday. And he's like, "I can't go because I'm an engineer and I actually have work to do, whereas you two are done for the day." This was around noon yesterday. Ryder's like, "I can't go. I just took my pre-workout."
Well, I would have been standing there just jittering.
Yeah. So I was like, fine, I'll do it. So I go there, and I've been on movie sets before. We all know. Like every time our listeners see me, they ask for my autograph because I was in Snow Day.
Nobody's ever asked you for your autograph.
And I'm in the Pro Serve video where I'm the drunk girl that they won't allow
true.
into the pub. So like I have experience. I have a very stacked resume.
Yeah, do you have like one of them IMDb's or whatever they're called?
Yeah.
You do, hey?
I think so.
Okay.
Someone, I think probably my agency has created one. I've never had to run it. Just like how I don't have to run my Instagram account alone. I have a whole agency.
There is Lisa Evans here, an actress who was born in 1955 from Massachusetts. Oh, there's another one that's a costume designer in London. Yeah, sorry, doesn't look like you made the cut. Anyway, continue.
So I show up to the antique mall. They put me in costume, everything. Red toque, red scarf, classic Christmas movie. That's what they're filming right now. And I was excited to get things rolling. 3 hours later. That's the whole thing in the film industry. You get there and you just wait around.
We were told it would be a quick half an hour.
Yep. Nope. We were there all day. So Ryder goes to the gym and I text him. I'm like, "Listen, they're still going to need you. They haven't used me yet. Just come after your workout." So Ryder shows up.
Cut my workout short.
Yeah, you did. My sister was in the area, so she comes. And then we discover the craft services, which is the name for the food that they supply for the cast and crew. We're still not needed. An hour goes by. We are indulging. We are eating everything left, right, and center. They had bins and bins of granola bars, chocolate bars, different types of coffee. They had these chicken curry pot pies, which I think were actually for the main characters in the show, but Ryder ate 6.
4.
But we were having I was stuffing my pockets with candy. They had Smart Sweets. Do you know how expensive Smart Sweets are?
I don't recommend stuffing your pockets with pot pies either. It was a crummy mess.
3 hours goes by. They finally need us, okay? My pockets are still stuffed with snacks. You could probably see them in the scene that we're in. But they make us go outside for this scene. They're like, all right, you two, you're a couple, hold hands. Ryder and I. Holding hands in this scene. They go, action. Ryder completely blocks me out of the scene.
What?
I have been there all day waiting for my moment to
What
shine.
do you mean I blocked
Your
you?
fat head took up the entire screen. You can't even see me in it.
Okay, well, it's probably unintentional.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Oh, you
were
think
cranky all day that you had to be there. You're like, thanks for roping me into this. As soon as the director goes to action, Ryder pushes me. I'm like out of the screen, out of the frame completely.
Okay.
Ryder's like smiling and looking into the camera lens. I'm like, that's not how the movies work.
No,
Yes.
This is all an exaggeration. I simply walked by, but I was cast, I think, because of my side profile. I have a nice jaw. They put me in front and you in the back, which, yeah, that's not my fault. I didn't ask for that
We
position.
were supposed to be a married couple going into shop together, and you basically pushed me out of the way and walk in first.
I think people would know it was a facade because there's just no way a guy of my stature and with this jawline would. So maybe that's why the director was like, let's hide her. Woof.
No, it made us look like we were in an abusive relationship,
No.
that we had just
Oh
gotten
my
into a
God.
fight in the car on the way to the antique. We were going thrifting.
You're literally fabricating this story. We walked into the store together. I was just closer to the camera. That's all that happened. I didn't try to elbow you out of the way. I wasn't in an
Questionable.
abusive relationship with you.
Well, that's what people are going to think we are
No.
when they're watching the character development of you and I in this 0.4 second scene that we were cast in. It's going to be the back of our heads.
We're just going to be a blurry blob walking by. That's it.
Yeah, you ruined my chance in Hollywood.
Okay.
I was trying to schmooze the lead actor and actress.
You thought they would
You
have
kept
rewrote?
interrupting.
You thought they would have rewrote the movie for you so that this random chick.
Every time I tried to converse with them, Ryder would cut me off, start talking about himself.
That is so far from the truth.
So the movie's called Coupled Up for Christmas. It'll probably be out at Christmas. But look for Ryder's nose, I guess, and maybe you'll see some snacks fall out of my pocket.
Listen, I didn't even want to go. I said no to you 16 times. So sorry that you brought in the A-list.
I just can't believe what type of actor you are. Comes in, complains, asks for heat warmers on his hands because our scene's outside, like begging the director to powder his nose.
I think everybody listening now knows you're completely full of S. I didn't demand any of that. I just ate all the pot pies. That's all I did wrong.
Yeah, and then you were burping and farting on set. It
That's
was so
also
embarrassing.
not
They will
true.
never ask us to come back and film any other Hallmark
That's
movie.
fine by me. We've each learned things recently that really have surprised us so much we've lost sleep over it.
Yeah, did you know you don't have to lift your arm to knock on a door? You can just knock
It's
where
so
your hand
interesting.
where your hand is just naturally down.
Like, just come
Just
up
like-
and...
Yeah, just to like go up.
I mean, I guess when it's raised, you get to watch it. So you can, like, see the exact point of impact. You can really torque it with your wrist, too, if you need to make a loud knock. Down here, it
You can hit it
feels like...
wherever you want. And everyone should embrace that. Next time you knock on a door, just be so random with it. Go like bottom right. Like get down on your knees.
Yeah, mix it up a bit. I'm with you, but I feel like there could be more injuries knocking below. You're going in all willy-nilly on it, you know?
Knockers used to be around. That's probably why. Door knockers.
Oh, yes. I guess, right?
Yeah. Okay, something else that I've learned recently that blew my mind, and I mean, not that I ever use a tape measure, but your actual tape measurer on the back of it will tell you how many inches the tape measurer is. So when you're measuring something that's like inside something kind of hard, and you know when you're trying to like bend the
Right.
The thing, you could just put the actual tape measurer in.
The average size ones, I would assume, are roughly about 3 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. This text is 780-784-7107 from Mark says, every 2 minutes we take as many photos as all of humanity took in the 1800s.
Whoa.
The one I came across on TikTok the other day was about the grocery store. And have you seen this?
No.
Separating your grocery on the belt?
Oh, I did see that.
Like what?
So the separator that you put down, you're supposed to actually have it
long ways.
the long way. But why?
Well,
I didn't watch it long enough to understand why.
There are a few reasons. One, if you put it like we all put it,
Yeah.
your food gets quite close to the other person's food. So for allergy purposes, it just gives it a little bit of extra distance. But the scanner can also accidentally pick things up once in a while.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to keep doing it the old way. Maybe the person in front of me can pay for them. I'll put the most expensive thing at the front.
And then just make sure when you're paying, you turn it the long way to separate the groceries longer.
Exactly.
But yeah, apparently that's how it's supposed to be done. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, it's probably made up. You can post anything and say that it's a fact, and people, if it goes viral, people will believe it, right? Mm-hmm. Like that old woman who's the oldest person on earth, and she's like, I have a Dr. Pepper every day, and that's how I've gotten here.
And then a bunch of people are just chugging Dr. Peas.
But also, I never heard those words come out of her mouth. Was that just a fake headline?
If it costs you more than $30,000 a year to live, there might be another option for you.
Okay.
Especially than dealing with this cold. This deep into March, minus 22 with the wind chill. Who wouldn't want to break that for a bit?
Everybody calm down. It's going to get warm.
Doesn't feel like it. This is why I bring this up. Now, I know you're not going to be interested because you are very anti-cruise ship.
Oh, I have megalophobia.
That means you're scared of huge things, right?
Like large objects.
Is that why you're afraid of these pipes? But yeah, there's a cruise offering this 3-year program called Life at Sea. You would be so miserable. It's a 3-year cruise priced at $30,000 per person.
So you pay that or you get paid
per
that?
year. No, you pay that.
Oh.
But then it covers your food, laundry, housekeeping, Wi-Fi, access to remote work facilities. If you want to go live at sea while you work, all the medical care and 24/7 ship hospital will be free. Alcohol's even covered, provided you only drink at dinner. Sun deck, wellness center, auditorium, gym, dance instructors.
Wow.
And even visitors are allowed on the ship for free. Like, not for the whole time. There must be some rules there, like week on, week off, maybe. But $30,000 per year doesn't sound like that bad a deal. My guess is this is American, so that's all of a sudden 40,000 Canadian, but or so. That sounds pretty awesome to me.
I feel like it would be the same food every night for a year.
No, they'd probably have like a week.
I guess you'd get off the cruise ship sometimes and go exploring, right? Or do you have to stay on the...
You hit up a ton of different destinations. You get to go to numerous countries, traveling the world.
What is the catch? Why?
Well, it's just a huge ship, and if they manage to get all of it sold out at $30,000 per person, solid business plan with that. That will be more than enough to, you know, sustain their plan.
Some people love cruise ships. Everybody knows that one person. Even if you're not close with them, you have them on social media, and they're constantly on a cruise ship.
Yeah. This sounds pretty good to me, other than the, like, only drinking at dinner thing. Because, like, what if there's an afternoon Oilers game?
Oh, true.
I guess you pay for your liquor then.
Yeah. I could just see you trying to sneak something on day one. They'd be kicking you off. Sorry, sir. You're not welcome here. Okay, so where can people find more details if they're interested? Because a lot of our listeners work remotely. They could work on a cruise ship, no problem.
It's called the MV Gemini. It visits 135 countries.
What?
Over the 3-year span.
Yeah, because you said it was a 3-year deal. So you'd pay $30,000 a year.
All 7 continents, 375 ports, and it leaves on November 1st.
You know what would suck? If you dedicated 3 years to this and there was someone on there that you just couldn't stand.
God.
How do you get away from them?
The person next door, like, howdy ho, neighbor.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay.
Brought to you by Cal Mustara, your real realtor with Maxwell Progressive.
First time through for caller 7 today. Jerry is ready to win some cash.
Woo!
So this is how the game works for anybody who's just checking it out for the first time. We know Jerry's been listening for quite some time, so she knows how it works.
Yeah.
But she's going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself, whoever she feels she aligns with mentally more soundly. That teammate will leave the room. Then we're going to give her 5 words. She tells us the first word that comes to mind for each. Invite her teammate back in. Do the same with them. For everyone that matches, it's $25. If you hit them all, it's $1,000.
Okay, so Jerry, who is your teammate this morning?
I go with Lisa.
All right.
So you have a 25-second timer that I will start as soon as I give you the first word, okay?
All right.
Let's get it. The first word is proposal,
Marriage.
alien,
Spaceship.
hat,
Head.
sword,
Knife.
and river.
Water.
All right, let's get Lisa back in here. That was real close to getting buzzed out. It did that little stall thing it does right
what?
before it buzzes you up.
But Jerry got them all in or what?
Just snuck it in now.
Love it. Okay.
Let's get Jerry some money.
Yes, please.
I think some tricky words today, just based on that it did take her some time with a few of them.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa, what's the first word that comes to mind when I say hat?
Head.
We're off and running. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say river?
Water.
$50.
Yes.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say proposal?
Marriage. Ooh, 2 more. 2 more. Come on. Imagine.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm scared of the last 2.
Oh, really? Is this when it gets hard?
Yes.
Okay, no more clues, you two. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say sword?
Oh, sword. I'm going to go with bite. Oh, what's the word? What's the word? Stab.
Knife.
No. I messed up that one.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're at what? What are we at right now?
$75.
Okay, well let's send her into work with $100.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say alien?
Alien. I'm gonna go with spacecraft. What is that a word, or did I just make that up? Spacecraft a word? No, that's not a word.
Spacecraft isn't
What's
a word.
What's their?
I almost feel like I have to give you this one.
Why?
Well, because
Craft.
hers is really close to that.
Space.
Spaceship is the spacecraft. Spaceship. Like, is that what you
What?
meant to say? Is
Yeah.
spaceship?
Well, I was thinking of like a UFO, like coming down in their little like.
Okay, we need to go to the listeners for a vote on this one.
Because did I just make up a word?
Yeah, well, spacecraft, I guess, is...
Craft ship. That's not a word.
Have you been drinking?
No.
Okay. 780...
Spacecraft. Spacecraft is a word, is it not?
Okay, well, then I don't think we can give it to her. Because spaceship and spacecraft then would be different
Hey, let's
things.
check the text line. Not the same.
Yeah.
It counts. Give it to her. Don't give it to her. If you would have said UFO, give it to her. Let her have the $100. Definitely give it to her. Give it to her. I say no. Give it to her. Spaceship is close enough. Spacecraft counts. Give it to her.
Well,
No.
yeah,
give
it's
it to
tough.
her.
It's tough. Because I don't want this to end up being a thing where, like, every
Right.
answer is arguable moving forward. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
It's the same thought.
I know, but I feel like the bosses would would say no, those are different words.
Oh,
so
man.
we're going to go with $75 today, Jerry.
I tried my hardest to
That's
think of that word. We were vibing.
No, that's okay.
An alien came down and went into my brain, and they were trying to work their magic. Didn't work. Didn't work, though.
Good game. Next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50.
The text line is not happy. Boo, Ryder.
Well-
You're cheap.
As soon as we open the door to that, I think like almost every word will become arguable.
Spacecraft is a word.
Right. And spaceship is a different word. So,
Okay.
away she goes.
Wait, should be mad at Ryder, not at me. I tried my hardest.
KPW.
We're joined by Cal Mustara. In your opinion, what should somebody look for in a realtor?
I'd say the most important thing is reputation. So I'd encourage somebody to look at their reviews, even look up past clients, ask for references, look at their online presence. Another thing would be experience, knowledge. Does this person know about the local real estate market, pricing trends, inventory, neighborhood demographics, their communication style and personality fit? Are they prompt answering your questions? Are they available for you? We're basically going to be best friends during this entire purchase. So you want someone who you're going to get along with. And then professionalism and negotiation skills and somebody who's trustworthy and working for you.
It's funny that you say the best friend thing because my old realtor from Saskatoon is coming up today and we're going for a beer later this afternoon and I'm storing a bunch of things at my house that he just bought. So like we actually are great friends and it's because the relationship really is pretty intensive when it's happening. You're going and checking out houses together. You're constantly in contact with one another. So you're right on picking the right one being a
Absolutely.
very important thing. Is this time of year a good time to buy, to sell? Where are we at?
This is probably the most balanced market that we've had in a few years now. I know a year ago it was heavily towards the sellers, and then it was a little bit before the buyers. This is just a great time to be basically anything, a buyer or a seller. You're not competing for very difficult multiple offers. As a seller, you're not waiting days on market for something to come in. So it's just a great balanced market.
It doesn't end up being one of those things where you end up in a bidding war and you all of a sudden bought a house for way more than you thought you were either.
Thank God, not anymore.
Yeah.
Awesome, Cal. Where can people find you online?
780realty.com or any socials, YEGCal on Twitter or Instagram.
Perfect. So that's YEGKHAL. Give him a follow. He has a really cute dog.
Awesome.
Well, and like, truthfully, we know you well.
Yeah.
And all those things that you were saying about what you should be looking for in a realtor, I appreciate that you're humble enough to say, yeah, go find the right one for you. But I just want to let everybody know that you do check a lot of those boxes off. And I've never even worked with you in that that category, like as far as realty goes. But I just know you do check a ton of those boxes. So
Absolutely appreciate that. I guess your best friend has a little competition now.
yeah, he's in Saskatoon.
Yeah, that's just his old realtor. We've moved on.
I'm not buying there anymore.
Totally kidding.
As long as this radio thing goes okay, I won't have to think about buying there for a while. Cal, thanks so much, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.